Hey everyone, Pat Mesiti here, and I had to pull over because I just got some news from one of my sources in the United States, and I'm sure many of you might know this already, but let me tell you, this plot thickens. If you for one split second think this is just about politics and not evil in our world, you are sadly mistaken. The New York Post this morning reported, and I want to read it, the federal Florida magistrate judge who signed off on a search warrant authorizing the FBI raid of former President Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort donated to Barack Obama's 2008 campaign, wait for it, months after he left the local U.S. Attorney's Office to rep employees and to representative employees of convicted pedophile Jeffrey Epstein, who had received immunity in the long-running sex trafficking investigation of the financer. Sources tell the Post that Judge Bruce Reinhart approved the warrant that enabled federal agents to converge on the palatial South Florida estate unannounced. Reinhart was elevated to magistrate judge in March 2018 after 10 years in private practice. That November, the Miami Herald reported that he had represented, listen to this, several of Epstein's employees, including by Reinhart's own admission to the outlet, Epstein's pilots, his scheduler, Sarah Colleen, Nadia Maskanova, who Epstein once reportedly described as his Yugoslavian sex slave. Are you listening, people? Are you listening out there? Does this not make you livid? Killian and Marakova were among Epstein's lieutenants who were granted immunity as part of the controversial 2007 deal with federal prosecutors that allowed the pervert to plead guilty, but guess what? They got immunity. According to the Herald, which cited court documents, Reinhart resigned from the South Florida U.S. Attorney's Office effective on New Year's Eve Day 2008 and went to work for Epstein's cohorts the following day. This guy resigns one day and goes and works for Epstein's sickos the following day. Epstein was found dead in August 2019 of an apparent suicide in the Manhattan Correctional Center with all the cameras off and everything else. What's this? While awaiting trial on federal sex trafficking charges, that's when he died, this guy, 10 months after starting work for Epstein's conspirators, according to Federal Election Commission's records, Reinhart gave $1,000 directly to the Obama campaign, to the Obama Victory Fund. This is not just about politics. You see, this is what they want to do is get to you and to me. That's what they want. They want to cover up their sick, psychotic, evil stuff. How the heck does a guy, Bruce Reinhart, who was Epstein's guy that represented these sick, child molesting people, how does this guy get to sign off on the very guy that was trying to bring them down? Reinhart helped sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein escape any real justice. Merrick Garland, Trump took his nomination to the Supreme Court away. This is another guy that was involved. Then Chris Wray, the FBI chief, Trump tried to fire over his horrific job performance, all signed off on the rating of the president. Merrick Garland, Chris Wray from the FBI, and Bruce Reinhart. I've got it right here, folks. I've got it right here. It's in black and white. The FBI in America has become weaponized against the American people. They propagated the Russian collusion hoax to hurt the Trump administration. They manufactured the Whitmore kidnapping case and blamed it on Trump before the election. They helped Biden's presidential campaign by burying Hunter's illegal activities. They misclassified domestic extreme cases to support the Biden narrative. They targeted conservative parents who protected pandemic politics at schools, placed at least 2 informants at the Capitol on January 6 who participated in the riot, and now they raid Trump's home without any notification. Trump wasn't even home. And now it's come out that the FBI prevented Donald Trump's lawyers to be there and be present. This is evil. This is perverted. This is sick. This is unjust. How in the world anyone cannot see this evil agenda? For the last 2 or 3 years, we've seen hell vomit on the justice system, the economic system, the political systems, not just there, but here. And just remember, America sneezes, we catch pneumonia. This is evil. And the pulpits of our world are still silent. This is not about politics anymore. It's about good and evil, right versus wrong, justice versus injustice. And to all my American friends, forget the land of the free and the home of the brave. Forget that. You're about as free as what Australia is under these regimes. Just remember, all hell vomited out the moment President Trump was out of the picture. This is disgusting. And just remember, when one person's freedoms are taken away, all of our freedoms are taken away. All of our freedoms are at risk. This is not about President Trump. This is about all of us. Now, I want you guys to get out there and share. Share this far and wide. And, by the way, this is the New York Post reporting this. Not me. New York Post. Hot off the press. Folks, we are coming to a city near you. We're starting in Queensland. And I wanted to get this out of my system today. I just pulled over in the car. I know it's not the studio. It doesn't really matter. It's a message that counts. But we're coming to Bow Desert. I need you to travel. I need all of the great Queensland people that are interested in freedom, interested in an awakening, interested in seeing this nation turn around. There is only one answer for this nation. Listen to me very carefully. We're going to be starting in Bow Desert, Harvest Point, 18th of September. We're going to start on the 18th, and we don't know when we're going to finish. I'm going to go every day until there is something that breaks in this nation, spiritually, emotionally, economically, in every way. Now, if you live anywhere around Queensland, you can fly in. It's school holidays. You can fly in. We've got morning meetings. We've got evening meetings. I'm bringing the great Steve Penny with me, who's coming to share a word. I've also invited another great friend of mine, Pastor Dave Gilpin, to come and bring a word just to help me carry the load. This is going to be meetings of awakening. Wherever you are, please don't tell me, I live an hour away, it's too far. If you cannot get off your rusty dusty for an awakening and drive an hour or 2 hours, we don't deserve a revival in this country. We don't. So I'm calling on all good people. Come on, folks. I'm going to push you. I'm going to push you a little bit. I'm calling on all good people in Queensland. And then we'll get to New South Wales. We'll get to Melbourne. We'll get to South Australia. We've got some work to do. We've got some work to do. Hope, wish, and pray is not going to be a strategy to help change this. This corruption, this swamp is even in our country. Good Lord. The wokeness that is happening, the wokeness and the evilness and the silence. See, a spiritual leader in this country said to me yesterday, 2 years ago, Pat, many of us were upset with you, we're angry at you, we were annoyed at you because of what you said. Now that we've seen that what you've said has come to pass, we're seeing that we did a great disservice. Well, we can make up for it now. We can make up for it now. The people are rallying together. The troops are being awakened. Join me at Bow Desert, Harvest Point. I'll have a website set up soon, the next few days, if you want to register. Or you can inbox me. I don't care where you live. South of Bow Desert, north of Bow Desert, east, west. Last time people traveled from all over. Sunshine Coast and Harvey Bay and everywhere else. And by the way, we are coming to some of those places. We're just going to start in Bow Desert and we're going to work our way as we feel led. So guys, please share this message loud and clear. A former Epstein lawyer who helped Epstein avoid justice and his cohorts was the man that signed off on the warrant, including an FBI leader who basically President Trump tried to fire. The justice system has been infiltrated by the most evil of the evil. If you thought this was just a conspiracy theory, boy, are some of you going to have to eat some humble pie right now. This is Pat Mesiti. I'll keep you posted on anything that comes up. God bless you all.